Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a review of the Tier 10 American light tank, the XM551 Sheridan. So this is one of my most recent Tier 10s. I did use a bit of free XP to get it. I had the T49 already and I was absolutely gagging to get this one, so I decided to use about 100,000 free XP and get this one. Sorry, my M53-55 just coming out of battle there. Okay, so I'm going to take a quick look at it quickly first. The overview of the tank. So as we can see, work on the vehicle started under the ARAAV project, Armoured Reconnaissance Airborne Assault Vehicle. This was intended to drop out of aeroplanes. In January 1959 and in June 1962, the Cadillac Motor Car Division delivered the first vehicle prototypes to the client. The first generation of vehicles included 3 prototypes. Work was continued and the vehicle eventually saw service under the M551 Sheridan designation in 1966. So this is a post-war tank. I think I'm going to say with these light tanks is, since they've brought them out, I think they're a bit too strong, to be honest. The firepower I think is just too great. They're just quite powerful at the moment, and I think something needs to be done against them, really, even though I do really enjoy playing mine. So I'm going to take a quick look into the stats. As we can see, max speed of 65 kilometers an hour with an engine power of 650. This tank doesn't weigh a lot and the power to weight ratio is insane. Same with all of these light tanks. We can see their view range is a mental 420 meters, which is actually fantastic. It's absolutely great. It's awesome, really. I use binoculars on this just to get it up even further. Like, my view range is crazy in this thing. I don't really like to sit back and hide in scout tanks. I'm more of an aggressive scout. I like to go in, whip around, stuff like that. Signal range 750 meters. You can see the armor ranges from 3 to 38 millimeters. This tank has no armor, and 1,600 hit points, which isn't too bad really for a tier 10 light tank. It is bad though. You will get one shot by Death Stars, that kind of stuff, very easily. And Jagdpanzers and stuff like that. If anything hits you with a high explosive round, it's going to absolutely decimate you. So just be aware you don't have many hit points. So just try not to be shot. But the speed of that does help this tank a lot. So take a better look into the engine. General Motors 6V53T, 650 horsepower as we stated before, with a power to weight ratio of 43.1, which is absolutely insane. This thing accelerates like a rocket. And it will keep that top speed on every single, obviously soft terrain it's a bit hard, but medium and hard terrain you keep that. Turning corners, turns really quickly as well. It's very nimble, but it is quite large, so it's a bit easier to hit than the other ones. For example, the T100 LT is a lot harder to hit. So 22 kilometers an hour reverse as well, which is actually very nice as well. Does allow you to get out of a sticky situation. You can pull forward and take a shot and pull back. Fire chance 12%. It's actually not bad at all. Normally American tanks do tend to get set on fire quite a lot if you get shot in the arse. This one doesn't happen too much though, due to that 12% fire chance. On most tanks I would say I recommend taking a fire extinguisher and firefighting on your crew, and I would still recommend it. However, due to the low chance, you're always welcome to switch out for a first aid kit, which I would say is good because you get hit by a lot of HE in this thing. And it kills your crew, and it's not very nice. So we're going to take a look into one of the guns. This is the 152. This is the gun that I choose to use on this thing. I don't really like using the 105 on it at all. So you can see a standard reload time of 20 seconds stock. However, my crew and stuff like that gets it down to about 16-17 seconds, which is a long reload, but if you do manage to penetrate with your high explosive shells and stuff like that, you are going to be doing a lot of damage. 3.3 second aiming time, very long. The best way to use this gun, to be honest, is just do drive-bys. Go speeding past the tank at 65, get right up close to him, fire the shot in, and you can just escape again. Give you time to reload and plan your next attack. Accuracy 0.53, awful. Don't try and snipe with this thing. Elevation 20 degrees, quite nice. Depression 10 degrees, very nice indeed. Not much you can say about that really. 55 degrees rotation speed on the tracks, which is absolutely fantastic, and we can see the ground resistances there are very good as well. So honestly, this thing is nimble as anything, can allow you to get around the battlefield very, very quickly indeed. Turret traverse 43 degrees a second, and the 420 meters view range. The only thing with the turret traverse on this thing, obviously the tracks do turn faster. Just be aware, if you are circling something, the turret does feel a little bit slow to turn compared to your tracks. So just be careful if you try and snap shots off the turret. Obviously the reticle will change, but the turret won't be in position. Just make sure that your turret's in position before you pull the trigger. Radio 750 meters, not going to have a problem really. You have three types of sorry, not three. What am I talking about? You do have three types of ammunition. On the standard gun, you also have three on the 152. So you obviously get your standard high explosive rounds, you get your heat rounds, and you get your premium high explosive rounds, which give you a little bit more pen, more splash radius, stuff like that. So your crew, this is where your crew sits. You've got 4 crew members in this tank. Shots to the front will kill your driver. Shots to the turret can sometimes kill all 3 with the HE shells, so just be very, 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 very careful indeed. So we'll take a quick look into the armour. Won't be quick. It'll be very, very quick because it doesn't have any. As you can see, no armour at all. I don't know what it is. There is something about this tank that bounces a lot. I don't have a clue. It's always off the arse. I think it's that kind of rug on the back. People, as you're driving away, they shoot it and it clips it by accident, and obviously it won't penetrate. If they hit it from the back, it will just go through it. But if they hit it like that, stuff like that, it won't. So yeah, I've noticed quite a lot of bounces on here, on this tank. Very, very strange. From the front as well. That guard isn't actually there, so don't think it is. If it was there, heat rounds would be very, very useless against it. But it is there, so you can just shoot it anywhere in the front and you'll do damage. And then shoot it like that and it doesn't actually hit the hole and it just goes through the mesh and out the other side. Yep. So I'm going to take a quick look into both of the guns and stuff like that. So obviously on this gun, on this tank, you have the choice between the 105 and the 152. The 152 is better in my opinion. If you do choose to use the 105, you do lose a little bit of mobility in this tank, so that is something to look out for. But with the 105mm gun, you have 6.52 rounds a minute, 236 penetration on its standard APCR rounds. This gun does fire APCR as standard, 280 penetration on your heat rounds, and 53 penetration on your HE rounds, 1.7 second aiming time and 0.4 accuracy, with 390, 390 and 480 for your damage. So the APCR rounds do have very nice shell velocity. I'll put it on just so you can see what the gun looks like. It's just a bit longer and less stubby. So if you are firing one of these things and its gun looks like this, you can probably take 1 or 2 shots. If you're in another Sheridan, you can probably take 1 or 2 more shots than you could with the 152. Aiming time, fantastic. Does allow you to poke over aiming, but the accuracy is not very good. And the pen at long range isn't very good, but you can load them heat rounds and you can do quite a nice amount of damage in a game. It's just up to you, your personal preference. But however, I like to use this big, fat, fuck off gun, as I call it, which is absolutely hilarious to use, as we saw there. 76 pen on HE, on your standard HE, sorry, 152 on your heat rounds, and 85 on your premium HE. So you're not really going to pen anything with the HE rounds at this tier. Leopards and stuff like that, backtracks, you get their sides and stuff, you're going to pen. As long as you don't hit the tracks, just take your time. But it can be quite hard when you're doing 65 and they're chasing you and shots are going everywhere. So just be aware of that. This gun is very derpy. Obviously it is a derp gun. But obviously 910 on the HE rounds and 700 for the heat rounds. The only thing with the heat rounds is obviously the pen is still quite low, 152. If you do come up against like E100 and stuff like that, their sides, you're not going to be able to pen them anyway just because of spaced armour and stuff like that. So I never really tend to fire heat rounds in this tank at all. I don't carry any premium HE either. But the HE rounds are very fun indeed to use. Just walk past drive past something and slap them. Even if you hit like mouses and stuff like that, you sometimes do like between 200 to 300 damage. So it's not too savage. But obviously because it is firing high explosive, you do tend to do a whopping amount of critical damage and stuff like that, killing crew members, taking out ammo racks, stuff like that. And it can be very, very frustrating to play against one of these things. Something drives up past you at 65, blaps you in the side and pisses off again. Very frustrating indeed, but good fun to play. So, equipment, I carry a large caliber tank gun rammer, just to get my reload time down. I carry binoculars. For that time, I do like to be a passive scout sometimes, and that's obviously just to get my view range right up to around 500 metres. And I carry a vertical stabiliser as well, just so when I'm on the move and I do perform drive-bys, stuff like that, it means that my gun is more accurate when traversing and stuff like that. Machine balls, I carry all the small stuff, as we all know. Manual fire extinguisher, small first aid kit and a small repair kit. The usual, the standard. You can't go wrong with it really. So, anyway guys, I think that is enough of the garage review of the XM551 Sheridan. We will come back when we have some gameplay for you. Hello guys, and we are back for our first replay. The map is Ensk War Variant Standard Battle. We are in the Sheridan. I'm playing with my other friend CJ, he is in his TVP. So, in this replay, I'm not going to lie, there's not a lot of spotting and stuff like that. There's not much you can do on such a small map. Really, you can see my view range nearly extends across the whole map already. You can see now though the excellent mobility that the Sheridan has. It's just absolutely fantastic. So I'm just gonna, in this replay, it's literally just me running around like a bit of a nutter, shooting things when I can and stuff like that. So don't expect an amazing result. So as you can see, the speed of this thing is absolutely fantastic already. I'm going to set up early and just try and aim for where the tank should be coming in to try and get a sneaky shot off. Trying to look at where the team's positioning themselves. As we can see, oh, that would have been a very nice shot if I could have put one into the side of that 1390 there. Also guys, I just want to apologise while I'm recording this now for the lack of uploads. I am going to try and upload a lot more often. It's just hard for me at the moment. So there we go, he's put one into the Leopard. He managed to put one back into us. This was one of my first games in the tank. And obviously then I realised I'm not going to sit there and muck about anymore. I'm going to try and reposition myself in a better place. But we did put one into that Leopard there. If we did penetrate, we would have done one of them 900 damage rolls, but unfortunately we didn't. As you can see though, we still managed to do around 390 damage or so. So I'm going to try and snap a shot at this T49. Can we do it? Can we put the shot in? Yes we can. 751 damage with that second shot there. As you can see, the damage of this gun when it does penetrate is absolutely fantastic. Don't expect him to penetrate all the time though. I am going to warn you now, because obviously the gun is a derp gun, so just don't expect it to be, you know. So we're going to aim for a shot on the T10. Can we snap one in? No, the Leopard again, and we take him out, put him one underneath the dead tank's barrel, straight into his tracks, and just obviously destroying him there. 3 damaging ribbons, 3 criticals and 2 destroyed already. As you can see, the critical hits in this thing, you do get a lot of them. It is very useful for tanks that you know you're not going to do much damage to. You can just shoot them in the tracks, blow their tracks off and still do 100 to 200 damage. It just then allows your team to be able to do, to obviously circle them and stuff like that. As you can see now, I'm getting a bit ballsy here. The mobility coming into hand here. See the Waffenträger Panzer IV? Put one into his back, take him out. On the run, that's the kind of gameplay I like to. That's the way I like to play this tank. Sorry, very aggressively. You can see the reload of the gun now. It is quite long. If you do get caught off guard by other light tanks and even mediums and heavies and stuff like that, they're going to be able to shoot you 2 or 3 times for the time you can shoot them once. So just be very careful about that. And due to the low hit points, it's not a very good choice to be trading and stuff like that. So the STA-1, very weak side armor. Can we get a shot in? Yes we can. Monstrous damage roll there, and we can just use our excellent mobility and just say, do you know what, I'm going to get out of here now. Pull a handbrake turn. You can see the acceleration of this thing now. It's absolutely insane. He must be quite annoyed, but that is definitely the best way to play this thing. 1390 crashes. Can we kill him? Yes we can. 700 damage done to that AMX 1390. See, with this gun you've just got to make sure with light armoured tanks like that. I know he did manage to put a couple of shots into me there, and I have lost a lot of health from that engagement, but you've just got to make sure that every shot counts in this tank. With a tank with low armour, you can't waste your time and just risk shooting into the tracks and not doing less damage when you could penetrate their hull or something. So you just got to take your time, make sure the shell's going to hit where you want it to. As we can see, that 140 put another shot into me. We managed to drive past him, put another one in. He gets taken out. So there's only 2 tanks left on the enemy team now. 7 damages and 4 kills for us. So we're going to rush across the other side, see if we can get any more damage done. And we see the object 268 at the back of the map. It's still on full health. So we're going to pop up and see what damage we can do to this guy. So I'm going to try and aim for his arse, really. As we can see, he's turned around, so I just snap one into his side there. 322 damage. I'm not going to complain with that amount of damage to a tier 10, really. Even with HE, that's probably killed a crew member and done a few modules. So I'm not going to complain about that. 5 seconds, 4 seconds on the reload now. See if we can pick up the kill, can we? And we can pick up the kill, finishing the game with 5 kills and 9 damages. So that was a pretty decent game for me in the Sheridan. Managed to pull in 59,000 silver teeth, 4,000 XP on the double, and nearly 5,000 damage. So anyway guys, that was the first replay of the review. We'll come back when we have some more. Okay guys, so we are back for our second bit of gameplay for the review. The map is Windstorm. It is a standard battle. This game I'm joined by a load more of my platoon mates. So as you can see, I'm joined by myself, Era, Thomas and Zdaz. Me and Bailey are in the I'm in the Sheridan, obviously. He's in the T68, and we've also got a T49 and a 212A with us. This game is an ace tanker game. You're gonna have to see the results after, but there is a bit more spotting and a bit more light tankishness to this replay, if you must. Yeah, honestly, I would bring you guys a bit of gameplay with the 105mm gun. I just cannot seem to get a good game in it with the 105. I just cannot use it at all on this tank. So I do apologise, but if I do manage to get a good game in the future, I will definitely bring one to you. So as you can see, I rushed right up to the middle there, put a shot into the 1390. As you can see, Thomas there got himself in a right sticky situation and is most likely going to get himself killed from that encounter. So as you can see, I'm reloaded again. Going to try and come in to save Thomas. Can we do it? And we put a nice big round into the AMX 1390 there and managed to escape away. So this gun, when you do come face to face with even other Sheridans and stuff like that, it's just absolutely ridiculous. I had a game very recently actually in this tank. There was a Batchat. The map was Hailbron. The Batchat managed to flip on its back. It was upside down. I was still I was hidden, sorry, in the bushes. Put a shot into the bottom of his tank, penetrated for 1,000 I think it was, and then lit him up on fire. He didn't have a fire extinguisher and he burnt to death. So that reminds you kids, always bring fire extinguishers if you don't have a good firefighting crew as well. You can see there Daz takes out the artillery, counter artillery, which is a very nice shot on his behalf. So as we can see, we've already got some spotted damage hits, some tracked assists, some more damage for ourselves. We're going to try and pick up the kill on this Tiger too. Take him out for a whopping 2 damage for our second kill of the game. So now, obviously, the mobility of this thing is insane. If you like tanks which are really fast, nippy, really fun to play, I'd say definitely pick yourself up a tier 10 light tank. But you can see now as well, the bloom on this tank is absolutely horrendous. When you're traversing and you traverse the turret, it is absolutely hideous. So that is something to be careful of. And you'll see me when I do go to do drive-by shots. I make sure to get up really nice and close before I put the shots in. I would never normally shoot like that at the backside of a lurver, but we do manage to take him out of that very lucky shot there. You can see that Waffenträger as well. He's looking very juicy. He tracks me. It's lucky I've got that repair kit on hand. As you can see there, a bounce off the back of the tank. As I stated before, that bag on the back, I've bounced countless amounts of shots off it. As you see, we just bounced the Waffenträger's shell off our back. So we're going to try and snap one into the Waffenträger, can we? 774 into the side of the turret, and we can just run away giggling. As you see, he misses another shot and we crash into the building. He's not going to get another shot into us, is he? Nope. So we've managed to escape. He's probably not feeling very happy now after killing probably a couple of his crew members and stuff like that. As you can see, spotted target hits, track target hits. We're going to pull up behind him. Can we penetrate another shot? Yes, we can. Another huge shot into the back of his turret as we run away yet again. As you can see, 3 track target hits, 4 spotted target hits now, 3 kills, 6 damages, 4 spots, and 6 criticals. As unfortunately we have lost Daz in the artillery, and obviously we have lost Thomas as well, or CJ, one of the two. Oh, Thomas actually, yeah, we've lost Thomas. So it's now just me and Bailey left alive. So I'm going to come up behind this Death Star, see if I can penetrate. Unfortunately we don't manage to penetrate him there, but our M40 Patton, sorry, does manage to take him out. So, I just want to talk about the ops that Wargaming have brung out recently, the Tanksmas ops, the war chest, stuff like that. I think they've done an absolutely fantastic job with it, so just well done to you, Wargaming. It has been, honestly, it's been absolutely fantastic. I managed to track him there for 84 damage. So, if you guys are on console, if you're ever watching, obviously if you're watching from PC and you don't have, or you're doing these ops at the moment, you can see a monstrous hit there. A lot of spotted damage hit from that shot. So basically what they've done is they've brought out these ops, and it's pretty much making you play a tank how you're meant to play. For this, the three tanks that you can earn, which are the Blitzen, the T28E with a 30, and the ISU 130. They're the earnable tanks. This, like, for the Tanksmas things. Sorry if I can get my words out properly. But what they've done is they've made you so you have to get spotted target hits, you have to get tracks targets hits. So it just means that with light tanks and with your heavies and with your mediums, you are playing that supporting role and you are playing your tank properly, which I think has been really, really well done on their behalf. And with the war chests and stuff like that, I think they've done a really good job with them as well, making them free to earn, nice and easy. You get premium and stuff like that from them, which is very, very nice indeed. You can see there we dodge a shot from the U3, and we're just like keeping them lit up for our team to shoot. And because Bailey is still alive, he's managing to absolutely obliterate these tanks for 700-800 at a time with his Object 268. As you can see there, not much damage to the front of him, 74 damage done to the front of the T110E3, but damage is damage, eh? And I'm not going to complain. As you can see now, 6 spotted target hits, 5 tracks target hits, another one in. This E3 is really starting to get annoyed. As you can see, every time I pop up, we bounce a HE shell there. Every time we pop up, bless him, he keeps looking up to shoot at me. But the excellent reverse speed of this tank, as I showed you before, it's so hard for him to hit us, and he must be very, very annoyed. So it's just him left now, trying to get as much damage as we can done, and there we go. Bailey managed to take him out. An absolute monster game for the Sheridan here. So, as you can see guys, 90,000 silver, 5,000 with the double, 5,000 damage done, and 3,400 assisted. Ace tanker. So anyway guys, I hope that was enough and you enjoyed this review. Please like, comment and subscribe for which tank you would like to see next. Thanks, it's been Error and I'm out.